So, welcome to the Blue Bridge, and we've played 37 games, and we're in a final of the Conference League, and it all boils down to this week. This is a make or break week. Sunday, Wednesday will define our season, whether it's a good season or a bad season. So, let's get into it. So this is it, guys. 2 cup finals. Game against Nottingham Forest on Sunday. Massive game for Champions League football. And then on Wednesday we go again against a Betis side who are playing today, so they'll be well rested. Maresca's not happy about that. So which one would you like to win? Would you like to get into the 5th spot and get Champions League football, or would you like to win the Conference Cup? So, or as I've said, obviously I want to win both, but if you had to prioritise, which one would it be? So, City ground, and let's look at some stats first, because it's grim reading if you're a Chelsea supporter, and that's why a lot of people are saying that Forest could be favourites for this game. So, Chelsea have only won one game in their last 11 away. One away game in 11. And they haven't won a single away game out of London. That away win was against Fulham, that dramatic win against Fulham. So we had to wait last minute to get that victory. So our home record is pretty good. That's what's keeping us going. But our away record has been shocking. And so we are expected to go to the City ground where the home record is fairly good, and to get a win. Or it depends. We may need a draw. It depends on what Aston Villa do. We just need to better Aston Villa score. So it's going to be a difficult. But another stat for you, which could work in our favour. Nottingham Forest have only won one game this season after being 1-0 down. So that's why I said in the video I made the other day, the first goal is really important, because if we go one up, it's difficult, because Forest are a team who like to sit deep and play on the counter. And if we get a goal first, A, it shuts up the Forest fans, and B, they have to come out a bit more, creates a bit more space. They can't sit in that low block that they like to do. And it's them who will have to break us down, which are not really good at breaking down teams. We saw the struggles against Crystal Palace the other day. They were fortunate to have that deflected that shot. I don't know if Murillo meant it or not. I don't think he did. But they have difficulties in when they have to come out and play. So if they score first, then it could be a long day for us. So that's why I'm saying this first goal is going to be really, really important on Sunday. What we need to do, we need to manage the crowd, because we didn't do it so well against Newcastle. So we need to manage that crowd, keep them quiet, and even if it's 0-0 for 50, 60 minutes, the impetus is more going to be on Forest to try and get that goal as well, especially if we're hearing if United, I don't know United are poor, but if United, they're hearing that United are 1-0 up, it favours us, because what it does is the crowd are hearing that United are winning, and it filters through to the Chelsea player. Chelsea player could be content to sit on a draw. Forest would have to take more risks, open up the game, and that creates more chances for us. But as Levi Colwill said today, we need to be clinical, because they've got a really good goalkeeper there, and so we need to take our chances. We've been wasteful in goal. I think we've got the worst XG in the league. We've created the second most chances, I think, and our goals, we've conceded not many goals this season, but our goals, we've conceded a lot less than we did last season. So we're not putting away our chances, and it's going to be made even worse for we haven't got a striker. Not that Nicholas Jackson was in any sort of form anyway, but we're going to have to again play with a false 9. But the good news for us is we could have 2 bits of good news, actually. The first bit of good news is that Nkunku is going to be back. Okay, yeah, I know he hasn't scored a lot of goals, but he's a finisher, and he's probably not ready to start. Maresca said he probably starts on the bench, but if he owes us, because he hasn't done a lot for us, but and we know he's definitely leaving at the end of the season. He needs to do us a favour, because he needs to repay some of that money, because, as I said, get a goal for us and all is forgiven. We'll wave you off with a happy farewell. So get that off the bench, score that winning goal, then yeah, you've paid back your debt. Oh, and then we've got a Mark Weir back as well, which is good. And again, he's probably going to be on the bench. Okay, he's not prolific, but he was finding his feet in the Conference League and started to score a few goals. But what he can do, especially if we're chasing the goal, he comes on and he gives us something what the others don't offer us, so where he can stretch the play, he can play on that last defender. He's horrible to play against. He's always in your face. He's pressing all the time. And what we saw when he got in that game where he got injured against West Ham, what it does when you have a proper out-and-out striker, it creates more space for the wingers as well. So he stretches the play and it brings the wingers in and Cole Palmer in a bit more than when we're playing like a false nine where we don't really stretch the play as much. So at least he's there as an option if needed. We may not need him, but he's there. And the other bit of good news, maybe, is I was just I'm doing this video just after the Forest manager Nuno has been talking, and he says that Murillo hasn't trained all week. So it's probably going to be a doubt for the Sunday game. So and if he isn't playing, then that's massive for them, because him along with Milenkovic has been their main defenders this season, and so if he's not there, then that'll be a big booster for Chelsea. And because Morata, when he plays, doesn't look as commanding, but they'll probably wheel him out in a wheelchair. He'll probably inject him with 50 injections, and he'll probably come out and play well. So I'm not reading too much into that. But if his name's not on the team sheet, that'll be a big boost for Chelsea, bearing in mind that he's been a pivotal part of their defence. But for them though, Hudson-Odoi is going to be back. He's been a big miss. I've got a friend who supports Forest. He said their form started to go down because him and Alango are their sort of counter-attacking wingers. But as I said again, it all depends, because they'll need to come at us. So if they are not, they can't really play on that counter. So we need to play sensible. You saw the way that Ange Pogba, the Tottenham manager, the way that he played the other day, where he changed his style. He didn't against Manchester United just to get the result done. So they didn't play a high line. They dropped their lines. They were playing very defensive, and they got the defective result they required. So with us, sometimes don't draw Forest in, because that's what they want. They want you to. Forest want to draw the. Forest want to draw the opposition in and hit them on the counter. We need to be careful of those transitional plays, because that's where they're strong. So we don't need to score early. So let's not go out there trying to score early. Let's not force the play. Let's just play more controlled and try and get that goal, and don't allow Forest the opportunity and get those spaces in behind to exploit. And if we can do that, if we can shut up the crowd, the Forest crowd, then there's no reason why we can't come away with a victory. So yeah, big game, massive game Sunday. So I'm hoping that they've got players turn up. I hope that they don't they don't buckle under the pressure. And this is where boys can become men, and this is where the manager can prove his salt in the team that he selects. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, what do you think, guys? Are you confident or not so? Stick it in the section below. Don't forget, as always, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to be notified every time I make a new video. So up the please, come on, one more game, you can do it. Get